I wanted to ask you about the people and the families that you outline in the book. How does one go about like finding these families and these people? Like how did that start?
A great question. So all these people in the book are related to me, whether it's a direct relationship or it's a relationship through a marriage.
Oh wow.
Everybody in this book is a family member or an ancestor of mine in one way or another. The first story in the book is from my great grandmother, and she, Melanea Dilan Artar, I knew since I think until I was about 10 years old, and she passed. But
Mm-hmm.
at the time of the genocide, she was very, very young. She was, I think, a few months old when this happened. And so for me, knowing her and knowing what she endured to a degree always stuck with me. And my grandmother in this book too, she survived the Istanbul pogrom, and she immigrated to the United States in her early 20s, not knowing English.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't imagine what that would be like. That sounds terrifying. And
Mm-hmm.
to do that by yourself, that's not something I know that I could do. So I give her a lot of credit. But for me, it was knowing a couple of these stories throughout my life and realizing that there are unfortunately a lot more. And so for me, I just did whatever I could to speak with as many family members as I could and try to preserve the stories, as
Mm-hmm.
many that I could. There, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 stories that didn't make it into the book because it was just too hard for my family members. And for me, it was, let's preserve it however we can. And so to me, that was the most important thing. It wasn't like, let's see how many stories I can get in the book. It was, no, let's honor who I'm interviewing. Let's honor who we're interviewing for, and let's preserve it however we can. So I have them